This is actually a true story. Not. It's part of the rules, but you didn't say that before, so I'm just clarifying. I am not going to change the names because I like to laugh and ridicule the guilty in this story. And it does happen. So Laura, no, it's not about you this time. We'll tell that story afterwards. Okay, so Databit story. I'm in the computer industry. My very first job out of college, I'm the new guy, just learning. And 3 days a week I would work in the office up by Bemidji, Minnesota, like we talked about. 1 day a week I worked at the Cass Lake Hospital, and 1 day a week I worked at the White Earth Clinic. I was computerizing these places. These places had no computers. So we walked in and would do these things. So it got to the point where I was working with Maxine. Everybody can laugh at Maxine if you ever meet her. It is a true story. Maxine was that user who couldn't tell you what she was doing. Okay, I did everything on the computer for her. I knew exactly what the screens looked like, what she was doing for her job. I built those screens. So like she would call me, Mark, I got a problem. Okay, what screen are you on, Maxine? What do you mean? What screen am I on? Well, what are you trying to enter? Well, my job. Well, thank you, Maxine. Okay, help me understand. And it's like, okay, up in the upper left-hand corner, what's the first field you see, or what's the first word you see? Where? I finally had to number the screens for Maxine and put them in the bottom right-hand corner so she could explain this to me, because I was 85 miles away. I'm not going to drive there to help Maxine out. Well, Maxine liked to reorganize her office quite a bit, and this particular story, called the Databit story, happened when she would rearrange her office and her printer would move. And she would call me because her printer wouldn't work. Every time she would move, the power cords would come out in the back. So Maxine would call me, and I figured it out finally. Okay, you're 85 miles away. How do you determine the power cord's not in there? Mm-hmm. You can't just walk in and it's like, oh, power's out, plug it in, walk away. So you think and you're like, okay, what can we do? So this happened a couple of times. So Maxine knew to check the power cord. So she called me, Mark, my printer's not working. Maxine, your power cord came out. No, Mark, I tested it this time. I know it's plugged in. Maxine, did you move your office around? Yeah. Your power cord came loose, Maxine. No, that's not it, Mark. I know it this time. I checked that. It's the first thing I did. Okay, so fast forward about 10 minutes. It's still not working. Nothing is working. So I asked Maxine, okay, this is back in the old printers, and they had the power light and the online light. Are the lights on, Maxine? Yeah. Okay, which lights are on, Maxine? All of them. Okay, so when you turn the power, hit the power switch, do the lights go off? Yeah. So when you turn the power, does the lights go back on? Yeah. Oh, Maxine. So again, fast forwarding about 10 more minutes, you can't figure out how do you get this? It's like, I know what the problem is. Okay, so finally it's like Ingenuity kicks in, that light bulb goes on, it's like, Maxine, I know the problem. It's like, oh my God, Mark, great, what is it? You have data bits stuck in your power cord. True story. Unplug it from the back of the printer, unplug it from the wall. Now you take the end that has the holes in it that came off the printer. You put that towards the floor. You take the part that was in the wall and you put that up. Be like a snake. And you shake it. Now when you shake it, Maxine, you have to do it for like 5 minutes. Because at this point I needed a break from Maxine. Shake it. Now, in order to make sure Maxine did this, I told her the data bits are very small. You're not going to see them fall out, right? Because she'd probably be looking for them at this point, right? So shake them. All right. So she comes back, and she did do it for 5 minutes. Thank God for mute buttons, because I'm laughing at this point. So she puts it back in. I said, all right, let's plug it back into the printer, plug it into the wall, press the power button. Amazing. Maxine's printer works. Now, that was the fun story. This is where we kind of fast forward. And again, I'm not changing the names. I will call this person Jennifer, my wife's sister. Complete coincidence. Okay. At this point, my sister-in-law is the IT person at a local bank in Bemidji. Sorry, a local bank in Bemidji. I don't bank there for this reason. That story happened in 1987. 2005. She admits to her sister, Donna, my wife, that she tried the data bits because her printer wasn't working. She shook the power cord, and guess whose printer started working?